Hello, good morning, good day, good evening, depending on the time you're catching this broadcast. It's your boy Pedro again. I'm here to give you the latest update on the Bitcoin and the entire crypto markets as well. Uh, After all, everything, boy, everything hinges around Bitcoin. So I'm just gonna dive straight in, so I don't take too much of it. I hope you guys have been doing so well. Um, So yes, I wanted to give you an update on earlier this month, last week to be precise. I made a couple of broadcasts on the 8th and on the 10th, and I was talking about Bitcoin uh, forming a sort of equilibrium as from the first of this month or thereabout. So it formed as a result of upward thrust by the bears, um, which was countered in almost equal measure, in about equal measure by the bulls from the bottom. So it's formed sort of equilibrium, resulting to a triangle formation, price action formation. So that's true. Yeah, the bulls were like trying to let us know that they were equal to the task. I'm going to share the link to the last video or the last couple of videos in the description section so you can check it out as well. So I just wanted to give an update as to how that has turned out in this week. Here on this channel, I strictly follow the price. I'm strictly on price action, as in raw price action. I tell you what's happening in the market. I'm not here to give you, as I've said a couple of times before in the past, I'm not here to give you ridiculous, ridiculous projections as to the price is going, where the price is going to be, like how so most of the experts are doing. Currently, I've said it several times that we're in a range until price goes beyond this range, 30 to 42K region range. We're still just going to be consolidating on a macro level between these two regions. And then we're going to be choppy in between, which is just what has been playing out for close to 2 months now. We're almost 2 months into this consolidation and choppiness. So until we break through this, through break either above or below this range before we can have any conversation as to the market's direction, whether it's going to be south or north. So just in case you're coming to my channel for the first time, I've talked about this several times, and you can also check the videos, my earlier broadcasts, to keep yourself abreast and up to date as well. So I'm just gonna. I don't have. I don't have the triangle formation I drew, so I'm just gonna take a little time to dwell on that a bit before coming back to what the price is currently doing this week. So, if you remember vividly, we had as from the 21st, we had formation of the 21st of June started with a sort of a bull run by the bull. So we started having formation of higher highs on 29 June. So we're having higher highs and higher low formation on 26 June. So that was a clear indication that yeah, the bulls were back in control of the consolidation. We're not like we're back to an uptrend or a proper bull run, but just within the consolidation, we have periods. I've mentioned that in the past that we have periods where the bulls are in control of the consolidation and then the bears take over. So currently now, so that was the case towards the end of June. We had this. We're gonna do a rough sketch so you can see this. here again. So what do you, can you see that? Um, Sorry. So you can see clearly that. Let me increase the zoom out so you can see this properly. Oh shit! Apologies. I was supposed to zoom out from side. So God, what is happening? So you can see this. This was this formation of higher high, higher low. This and this means that, yeah, the bulls were in control for the interim consolidation. So this is a formation of higher high and higher low of some sorts. So this was towards the end of June, and then from this point onwards, the bulls were losing the momentum, and then the bears were trying to, like, take over, and we had this. So the bullish momentum did not continue to the upward side. They couldn't take things north further. We're expecting maybe the bulls to take things back to the 42K region, which has been the case of the consolidation, where they take things to the 42K region and then the bears take it back to the 30K region. So, well, that was not the case this time. It seemed like 35K region, which has proved decisive during the weekend, is hard to become the new upward region to be. Did not just become decisive during the weekend, but turned out to be decisive also during the week. So the battle was now at the 35K region. As you can see, several tests and retests around that region even during the week. So we had this formation, and then it seemed initially as if the Bulls were countering this in like manner with this. So this is what we had prior to, let's say, the 8th, having this, and then on the 8th, this happened. On the 8th of July, which was exactly 1 week ago, which was um, uh, on which I made a broadcast. This happened on the 8th. We had the new. We're having formation of higher high and higher lows, resulting to this upward downside of the triangle. So that means that the equilibrium, which I talked about, the bears were mounting pressure from the top, and the bulls were countering it in like measure from the bottom, resulting to this equilibrium, this triangle, and then the equilibrium, and then this triangle pattern. So, but the bears did not just couldn't just slow down. Their momentum kept spiraling, and then this happened. First sign was on the 8th. We had this lower low, which invalidated the higher low formation we're having. So we had the lower low. The bulls tried to counter back by starting formation by forming higher lows again. But again, the bears were stronger, and then 32 on the 13th, 32 1 2. Okay, then this yesterday on the 14th, the bears did this, formed this higher low and lower low, new lower low around 31,600. So this was the case prior to July 8th, which was exactly 1 week ago. We had this equilibrium. So you can see that the triangle played out perfectly. You can see that in my previous post. while we're nearing the end of this triangle, we had everything narrowing down. Seemed like we're having little tending towards the end of the triangle, towards the vertex. We had the break, false break. We had breakout, false breakout, and then we had break back in, and then triangles were getting smaller. So the triangle was actually playing out perfectly. Then the bears were stronger, and made mention of the fact that the bulls had to beat the top end of the triangle, the top edge of the triangle to and then beat the 35K region for them to get back control of the consolidation. Otherwise, if they are unable to break the top edge of the triangle, they would fall back to choppiness and then possible return to the 32K region, which for the bears, which has happened perfectly. So I'm going to go back to this new pattern that has happened perfectly. The bulls were unable to break past the 34K region, and so were unable to get to the 35K and break it. So they were unable to regain control of the consolidation, and then this happened. We have this formation. So this is the new formation on BTC. This is the new price action. We're having a channel formed, a down trend channel formed in the consolidation. That means the bears have taken back control of the consolidation. So I'll drill down to the 4 hour chart so you can take a look. It's very, very clear there. So you can see clean, very obvious um, downtrend formation, downtrend price action on the Bitcoin chart. This is the channel. You can see lower low, lower high, lower low, back to the downside of the channel, lower high, go back here, forming lower low again. So this is what is going on the Bitcoin chart. So the bears are back, and you can see that yes, as perfectly predicted in my last broadcast, that we are then unable to take beat the 35K, 34, which was the top of the channel, and then the 35. You can see they were able to just get to 34,670. They were unable to break past the 34K and then get to the 35. So the bears came back and then pushed the market back down into the 32K region, which has been the case. Had a new lower low formation yesterday, 14th at $31,600. So that is where we are. We're back into this lower low and 32K region, which is the downside of the macro level 30 to 42K consolidation. So for now, the bears are back in control of the consolidation. So we are back to the 32K. So our our consolidation is still intact. Um, if this price action continues, that means to we could get deeper into the 30K region. Maybe we get down to 30, or the bulls can come back and then fight back to regain take this back to the uh, upside again. So for now, whatever the case, in any case, we are still the 30 to 40K macro level consolidation is still intact. But right now, the bears are in control of the consolidation. So that is why we see prices getting retesting the 30K region once more. So it's still, the consolidation is still safe. We are not yet back to an uptrend, neither are we yet back to a downtrend until prices break this 30 to 42K macro level consolidation, like I've said 1,000 times before we can have a conversation as to whether the market is going headed south or north. So try as much as possible to filter the noise so you don't get carried away by what most people have heard a whole lot of ridiculous target being called. People panic. People are already panicking right now that we're back to this 30K region. People are already calling for 20K, 15, 9K, 11K. I keep hearing that anytime we get to this region. And then when we get to the 42K region, the same people who are panicking at the 30K region start getting excited and calling ridiculous amount, ridiculous upside targets. 60, 100, 40, 50, 51, 200, and so on and so forth. So this is how this game is played. Just try as much as possible to keep your mental health in check. Do not allow um, too much information into your head so as to get you confused and overworked up. This is simple and straightforward. I don't see any much. You don't need to get into too much. You don't have to be a trading guru to know that we are simply just in consolidation. And this can go on for as long as it takes. The whales are in control. They can do this. They can play this game like this for even 12 months if they want. This can keep on going like this for 12 months. I'm not saying this will go on for 12 months, but this they can take this, play this for longer than longer than you can think. This can go on for a very long time. This is what happens to the market 70% of the time. It's only about 30% of the time you do see markets trending up or down. So just be that this is a consolidation, and until prices break below or above this consolidation, we're just gonna keep having this consolidation and then ranging and then choppiness in between. So it is very, very choppy. Look at the daily charts, it's very, very choppy at the moment. You have green, red, green, red, green, red. So it's more like sideways. It's not even really going, doesn't even seem like it's going up or down. So it's when you drill down to like the 4 hour chart that you see that yes, we're actually making, it's more detailed. So you see it's you see the lower low and the higher lower higher low formations properly. The 4 hour and maybe the 1 hour charts. It's very glaring there as well. So that is from me today. Um, if you're a newbie, please, I always advise stay off the charts, stay off trading for now because even experts are getting wrecked. The market is a very dangerous market, a choppy market is the most dangerous market. It is advised to stay off this market during this time. Just sit on your hand. This is the time when you should get back to your trading lessons and learn what look at what you've done wrong and try to make sure you don't make those same mistakes again. I'm taking my lessons as well and I'm learning from my mistakes and I'll ensure I don't make them again. So if experts are getting wrecked, even experts are advised to sit on their hands during this period. It's a very dangerous market to trade in this period, except you are a very good scalper. Even with even if that is the case, people are still getting wrecked. So stay up the chart as much as possible. Go back to your trading lessons, learn more, study more, understand the markets more. Remember that everything I teach you here is strictly for educational purpose and not to be regarded as financial information. Trading crypto or any forex or any financial assets is a risky affair. Endeavor to carry out your own research before getting into any trade. Thank you very much. Do subscribe, like, share this broadcast, and if you have any query, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Bye.